Mr. Jaishankar, I want to ask you and ask all of you in a moment the major war roiling Europe. So you get a lot of cheap oil still from Russia, I believe. Cheap
I get oil, yeah.
Huh?
Oil, yes.
Yeah,
It's
right.
not necessarily cheap.
But it's
If
Russian.
you have a better deal, I'm willing to look at
But
it.
it's Russian, and it's a good deal for you, despite sanctions and all the rest of it. It has been said that Russia, China, North Korea, Iran, etc. are sort of forming or have formed an axis of anti-Americanism, anti-Westernism. And I want to know, does India have a role to play, or what do you believe will be the momentum on this Russia invasion of Ukraine and the resolution? I know that Foreign Minister Lavrov is going to speak. What do you think is going to happen, particularly with the Trump administration, who I know they're not in office, but they have very, very clearly telegraphed that they don't want to keep helping Ukraine militarily?
Two comments. One, regarding the conflict, the war itself. You know, we've always held to the view that this war is not going to be solved on the battlefield. That at the end of the day, people are going to return to some kind of negotiating table. The sooner, the better. And our effort has been to facilitate that to the extent possible. Now, to be honest with you, that's not always been the most popular thing, at least in some parts of the world. But I do think today the general sort of the needle is moving more towards the reality of a negotiation than the continuation of the war. We are trying to do, the bit I told you about why it's important for diplomacy to come forward.
Yeah.
Now we are really putting, in a way, our aircraft, our legs where our mouth is. We are actually doing, going to Moscow, talking to President Putin, going to Kiev, engaging President Zelensky, meeting them in other places, trying to see if we can encourage, find common threads which can be picked up at some point of time when the circumstances are right for it to be developed. We're not attempting a peace plan. We're not doing a mediation in that sense. We are doing multiple conversations and very transparent about telling each party, saying, look, at the end of the conversation, this is what we're going to tell the other party. We think that's, at this point of time, the most useful thing that any country wanting to see an end to that conflict can do diplomatically.